binary tree representation. Binary tree representation. So two types of representation. This is what array and from your syllabus, as you can see, array and linked representation of binary trees. So it will be asked either you will be asked to represent the trees or represent the binary trees. Both are different. Earlier we have seen representation of trees, only trees, but here it is representation of binary trees. Array and linked representation of binary trees. So let us see first the linked representation. As the name itself says, by using linked list. We'll be making use of linked list in this type of representation. So binary tree representation. So what the linked representation indicates? In linked representation, a node in a tree has three fields. A node in a tree has three fields. Info field, left link field and right link field. Because that is how we use nodes. That is how we represent the node of a binary tree. In every node we have info field, left link field and right link field. Info field, left link and right link. So info is going to contain the actual data 10, 20, 30, whatever. Then left link is going to contain pointer to the left subtree. Right link is going to contain pointer to the right subtree. That is, it will point to the left subtree and then it will point to the right subtree. Right subtree. So this is what is linked representation. So diagrammatically I will show. So that only I have shown just now. So every node contains three parts: left link, info part, link, right link. So info will contain the actual data part. Left link will contain address of the left subtree. Right link will contain address of the right subtree. Combination of all these is called as a node. Now structure definition for this, how we can define? Structure node contains three fields. One is information field, another one is left link field, which is a pointer, which is pointing to node of itself. Another one is right link pointer, which is pointing to node of type struct node. Why? Because for this node, I'll write it here. For this node, if you create a subtree with another node called 200, then this is also a node. It should point to itself. That's why the pointer is of a struct node. Similarly, this is 300. If you write something like this, so this left link of 100 is pointing to 200. Right link of 100 is pointing to 300. That's it. So that's how the notation here is in the linked representation. The linked representation. So if the tree is empty, it is possible. If the tree is empty, the pointer variable root points to null. That we know. It's going to point to null. The pointer variable root can be declared and initialized as shown below. That means you can start with null. Root equal to null, what it indicates? There are no nodes in the binary tree. When there are no nodes, you can start from the null. And if we are specifically using pointers, we can write it like this. So both are same. Node, root, null, or struct node star root null. So both are same because here we are using type definition. As you can see here, type definition we are using. What we are telling? We are defining struct node star with this name. As you can see here, struct node star. This is being replaced by what? Node. And this is what only we are using here. That is node root equal to null. Node root equal to null. So both notations are going to use the same value. They will represent the same entity. Let us see the array representation of binary trees. Array representation of binary trees. A tree can also be represented using an array, which is called as sequential representation. So either array representation or sequential representation, both will represent the same. So what happens in this array representation? If this is the tree, what we do here is we will start labeling the nodes from 0 onwards. We will start labeling the nodes from 0 onwards. Root node will be given label of 0, then left subtree with 1, 2. You label these from left to right. The nodes will be labeled from left to right and starting from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If some other nodes are there, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and so on. So we label the nodes starting from left to right. We label the nodes starting from left to right. That is what is the array representation. So if you can see here in this array, it has been laid down in the form of array. At 0 what we have A, at 1 what we have B, at 2 C, 3 D, 4 E, 5 F, 6 G. So that's how it is array representation. If some of the child is missing, we will not represent that in the array. That's it. So another example will explain that. The same tree, it has been modified something like this. What is that? The left subtree of B is missing here. That means D is missing here. D is missing, left subtree is missing here. Now how this will be represented? This will be represented something like this. What is that? Leave that place empty. What is the index for that place? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But there is no node at 3. Then I am going to leave it as blank. So leave it as blank. So that is what is array representation. That is what is array representation. So if the children is not there, if any of the child is missing, you leave that place blank and is array representation. That is what is array representation. So we have seen two representation, linked representation and array representation. Right? So array representation, let us see, by this diagram we will get some implicit meanings here. What are the different meanings? The nodes are numbered sequentially from 0, so that you know. The root is always labeled with 0, and the node with position 0 is considered as the root node. Always node with position 0, always node with position 0 is considered as root node. When such notation is given to you, if you get such notation, if you are asked to find the root node, what is root node in this one? A is the root node. Why A is the root node? Because A is present at the position 0. That is assumed. If an index I is 0, it gives the position of the root node. Given the position of any other node I, 2i plus 1 gives the position of the left child, 2i plus 2 gives the position of the right child. That's it. 2i plus 1 gives the position of the left child, 2i plus 2 gives the position of the right child. Say for example, for root node 0, what is I? I is 0. Then what is 2i plus 1? 2 into 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. So what is 1? 1 is position of the left child. So I is position of the node. I plus 1 gives what? 2i plus 1 gives what? Position of the left child. 2i plus 2 gives what? Position of the right child. Now substitute this formula everywhere, you will get the answer. Consider for this node I. B. What is the position? I. That means if I is 1, what is 2i plus 1? 2 into 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So 3. What is this 3? 3 gives position of the left child. For this left child is 3. What is right child? 2i plus 2 is how much? 2i plus 2. I is 1. 2 into 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2i plus 2 gives position of the right child. So this is true for any of the given nodes. This is true for any of the given nodes. If you want to try for this, what is I? I is 2. What is 2i plus 1? 2i plus 1 is 5. That gives position of the left child. What is 2i plus 2? That is 6. That gives position of the right child. So that is one more point to be noted from this. Then if I is position of the left child, I plus 1 gives the position of the right child. If I is position of the right child, I minus 1 gives the position of the left child. That is implicit. See here, if 3 is the position of the left child, then 4 will be position of the right child. That's very simple. If 5 is the position of the left child for a given node, then 6 will be position of the right child for that given node. Reverse is also true. If 6 is position of the right child, then 5 will be position of the left child, because we are going to label them sequentially. Then given the position of any node I, the parent position is given by I minus 1 divided by 2. The parent position is given by I minus 1 divided by 2. Say for example, let us take this one. Let us take this one. What is I? 6. Parent position is given by I minus 1 divided by 2. So I minus 1 divided by 2. Let us 6 minus 1, 5. 5 divided by 2 is how much? 2. So what is the parent of this 6? Parent of this 6 is 2. So that is what is formula. What it says, if I is position of a child node, then I minus 1 divided by 2 gives, then I minus 1 divided by 2 gives position of the parent. Position of the parent. So these are some points to be noted from the properties, from the representation of binary trees. Right? So now there are specifically two methods in doing this. Diagrammatically we have seen now, but from implementation point of view, the two methods to represent the trees using arrays, method 1 and method 2. In method 1, what we do here is, in this representation, some locations may be used and some may not be used. See here. As you can see here, this is not used here. Here, all the locations are used, whereas in this case, this location is not used. So for that purpose, what we do here is, we use a flag field, namely used. Any name you can use here, namely used, is used just to indicate whether a memory location is used or not. That means for every location, for every array location, in this we will be having one flag field indicating that used. If it is 1, there is one element here. There is one element. For every location, there is one flag which is used. Used is 0. Why? Because there is no location here. Similarly, for third one, used will be 1. Used flag will be 1. Here, if there are no elements, used flag will be 0. Any other notation you can use, just to indicate that whether that location is being used or not. As you can see here in this representation, this location is not used. That means what will be value of used flag here? The value of used flag will be 0. What it indicates? The location 3 is not used. Other than that, all the locations are being used. 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, all these locations are being used. So the used flag in these locations will be 1. This is simple notation what we can use, just to indicate. That's why the structure definition will contain one extra field. Along with the actual data field, it will contain one used field also. The used will be set to true or false, or any convention you can use, 1 or 0. If there is one element, 1 or 0, if there is one element in that location, make it 1. If there is no element in that location, make it 0. Now method 2. In this method, what we have done here is, to indicate every location, we are using a special flag called used. That is going to consume more memory. That is, an alternate representation is that instead of using a separate flag field used to check the presence of a node, one can initialize each location of array to 0, indicating that the node is not used. If it is 0, it is not used. If it is non-zero, then that location is being used. Very simple notation. So what happens in this method 2 here is, this is what is an array. What we will do here is, we will initialize everything to 0 first. Make everything 0. Because 0 indicates no value. 0 indicates 0 represents nothing. So when every location is initialized with the 0, what we assume here is all the locations are not being used. All the locations are not being used. So if you want to write something here in these locations, 10 and 20, then what this indicates here is, the value other than 0 indicates that that location is being used. If it is 0, what it indicates, these locations are not being used. So this, and this. These locations are not being used. These locations are not being used. Whereas these two locations are being used. Whereas these locations are being used. So this is one simple. These are the simple two techniques for representation of binary trees.